So we actually came to a stop, and I counted 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. Then we went. And I said, that's what you have to do for a complete California stop. And then you were talking about how you felt that you got back to California and you were, you know, enjoying driving. And then he pulled us over.
Yeah, I know. Did he hear what I said?
And he said that I sort of, quote, rolled through the stop sign. Right? Yeah. That's what he said. He asked, why did you pull me over? And I just sat there.
Because we kind of rolled through the stop sign.
And actually, we counted 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000.
Yeah, that's what we did.
I mean, what are the chances, right?
I don't know. It's pretty crazy.
Alrighty, David. You have 2 points on your record right now? I'm not giving you a ticket today? Okay. You did roll through the stop sign. You slowed down, but you didn't stop. Unless you stopped 20 feet back, which I know you did. Here's all your information back. It's just a written warning. Does nothing to your record. You'll never see it again. You just signed where it says signature at the bottom.
21 yells around. 23 to be able to join us. 459 4607 Mission Gorge. Just says it's the infrared or somewhere.
The only reason why we're out here today is because we're getting complaints from the old folks that people are kind of rolling through that stop sign. They can't jump out of the way. They'll just duck and roll. So.
I'd just like to state for the record that I consider myself to be a friend of law enforcement.
Okay.
You're San Diego PD, right?
Correct.
I'm not sure how to phrase this to you, but like I said, I consider myself to be a friend of law enforcement, and you know, I tried to do my best to obey traffic laws, and I appreciate you. You know, you volunteered your time and energy because you want to come out here and try and make the world safer for all of us. I want you to know that I personally appreciate that. That being said, I think there's an important message that I mean, you look, you know, relatively young, which means you probably haven't been in the employment of the police department for that long. There's an important message that I think you need to be aware of. You know, you mentioned that I have 2 points on my license or whatever it is. That the last time I was stopped by San Diego PD, I was on the freeway. They pulled me over. It was a sergeant who pulled me over, and he stopped me on the freeway. Then he tells me, starts yelling at me, tells me to get out of the car. I get out of the car. Then he starts yelling at me some more, tells me to get back in the car and pull the car off the freeway. Long story short, 6 San Diego PD arrive. You know, they do a DUI eval, which you need to be aware is a violation of our Miranda rights.
Negative.
And
if we have probable cause to believe that you are under the influence, we can proceed with the test.
I agree with that. Here's the problem. There was no probable cause. They ended up, my attitude, as I said, my attitude is I consider myself a friend of law enforcement, and as such, my attitude was to do everything I possibly could do to cooperate with the individuals because it just seemed insane to me, okay? I actually have, I'm going to reach down here. I want to show you something. I carry this around with me now. I would like you to look at this information. These are the blood test results from my DUI arrest.
This isn't related to what we're doing today, though.
No, this is not. Like I said, I consider myself a friend of law enforcement, and I'm just trying to help educate you on the way the system works. You can see the results there. I was clearly not under the influence, yet they arrested me, they put me in jail, they did the whole routine. They asked me to do the breathalyzer. My quote was, "I will submit to any test you want me to take." That's where they said, okay, throw them in the back of the car. I said, excuse me? I just agreed to submit to your test. Okay, so why am I telling you all this? I'm telling you this because you need to understand that there is this reoccurring theme in law enforcement where things just get completely out of control and their perspective on life just becomes distorted, and you, who your intent is to try and help people, start looking at people as the bad guy. and I don't know if this is, you know, what's going through your head. I'm not accusing you of anything specifically. I just want you to be aware that people like me who consider ourselves friends of law enforcement and are good, try to be good citizens are the victim of this, and it's just not right. It's just absolutely not right. And so I appreciate you taking the time.
I agree with you somewhat on that, sir.
Yeah.
At the same standpoint, attitude does go a long way. If you have the first instant you go the wrong way with a police officer, he's going to call for cover. That's probably why 6 officers showed up, is because you had a bad attitude.
Well, I actually have the whole thing on video,
okay.
and if you'd like me to, I can, like, you can just Google it. You just go to YouTube and you just look.
I figured.
You know, and the whole thing's on video, and you can see my attitude and you can see the officer's attitude, and it doesn't make sense.
Right.
You know, so I
agree. Sometimes we're all human. We do make mistakes. At the same time, though, he has a reason for what he did. I'm not questioning the sergeant's actions.
Well, I'm not asking you to. What I'm asking you to, as a member of law enforcement, just to keep your eyes open, and when you see something that's not right, you need to be aware that if you condone the actions of people when they're going out of line, you are out of line as well. Even if you're just standing back saying, well, he's my boss, you know? And that's all I'm saying, because it's coming to a point where the government, in the way they treat the individual, is out of line with what the Constitution and what the Founding Fathers have in mind. And so everybody needs to just mentally be understanding what is acceptable and what is not. So I appreciate your time, officer. I appreciate the warning. Me and my friend were actually just joking right before you pulled me over. I came to the stop sign and we counted to 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, and then the next thing I know, you whip out and pull.
Limit line, because all I saw was a steady pace, not even slow down.
Well,
that's what I saw.
And maybe it's from your perspective. I don't know. All I know is we were joking about it, and then you pull us over. And so this specific case, you know, whatever. I appreciate the warning because it's a good reminder. But with regards to the big picture, I just want everyone to be aware, especially law enforcement, that we're not all the bad guys. You know.
No, and we understand that the same. We get that a lot from a lot of people. Imagine or not, we do. So I thank you for your opinion, and it'll be put into concept.
Thank you very much.
I'll do what I can.
I appreciate your time.
234 yellow. Have a good day.
Thank you. Casualty.